I'm tired of everybody asking me what I am, and then when I say Cape Verde, they don't know what it is, and they say, what is that?
Are you really tired?
Yes,
okay.
Because I have to say this every single day, and are my eyes real? Yes. Okay, here we go.
If you're an American, or at least a traditional one, and it's early February, you're thinking about one thing, the Super Bowl. And if you're following the Super Bowl this year, you're following the romance between megastar Taylor Swift and her football-playing boyfriend, Travis Kelce. There's a whole segment of coverage devoted to how is she going to get back in time for the game from her concert in Tokyo the day previous. But there's a group of people, or should I say a continent of people, that don't really care about the Super Bowl, and that would be Africa. And why? Because right now it's the African Cup of Nations, and it's a pretty big deal. Specifically, where it's taking place this year.
So here's a map for you guys.
That's a pretty big map.
Come close.
Whoa, break the bed, Randy.
Come here, because this is how they played me on the map. This is Africa. Got it, everybody?
You're African?
On the coast, you come over here. They almost didn't fit me on the page. Cape Verde Islands. I'm from here.
Wow. Congrats.
When I first saw this TikTok, I had to admit a couple of things to myself. First, I had to Google Cape Verde because I wasn't quite aware where it is. And second thing, of course, is that this young lady is very African, and she admits it, and she's not very difficult to look at. And what I noticed, and I'm sure you noticed in looking at this young lady, is something that many men in Africa have noticed. And as the African Cup of Nations is taking place, as many Americans are focused on the Super Bowl, there's a familiar thing that's playing out in Africa right now that I am sure that you have seen before. But before I get to that thing that you're familiar with, there's something else that I'm sure that you're familiar with that's happening in South Africa as well.
Why are Nigerian men loved abroad but neglected at home?
In SA, right, we love our Nigerian men. Our. The reason why we love Nigerian men, firstly, the way they treat us compared to our own South African guys. You know, a Nigerian man will always make sure that you're good.
Hey!
He will go out of his way to make sure that you are fine. Like, whatever I need. If, for instance, now I'm like, babe, I need to buy hair. I need to make my hair for like 500K. He will not complain. I mean, if he's a correct guy, he has the money. He won't even think twice about giving.
Guy, he has the money.
Yeah, he won't even think twice about giving you the money. Do you understand? Now, if I have to put like a South African guy and I'm like, babe, I need 500K to do my hair, the guy will start complaining first, like 500K.
She uses the abbreviation SA, which is one for South Africa, not the other abbreviation that you often hear on YouTube. And she's talking about something that's quite familiar to many guys in America. She wants a guy that's going to pay for her hair, and I'm assuming many other things. And from what it appears, many Nigerian guys are very happy to do that when they go to South Africa, which is creating a different dynamic between South African men and South African women. And it's one that's quite familiar.
Yes! 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 Yes!
The caption reads, seeing all the South African men posted they are booking flights to Cape Verde, now we won't have to deal with these creepy short-tempered leprechauns. Deja vu, anyone? They couldn't afford a boys' trip to Cape Town, but now they want to go to Cape Verde. Whoa. At this point, I'm willing to hire buses for them to go to Cape Verde just so the GBV, which is gender-based violence, rates can go down. Finally, a break from GBV. Well, we as South African women should just fund their trip so that they can leave. Yes, my mom might let me go outside when they're gone. Quite deja vu-ish, is it not? Even in the previous video, you saw comments that are eerily similar to discourse that we've heard, except it's not happening in America, it's happening in South Africa. So Nigerian men are better ATMs. She's capping, it's all about money, nothing else. Again, not America, you can see by the names. My sister, you love money, that's all. We as South African men, we are not crazy. We will never give you 500K for doing your hair. That's not the point. The point is South African guys want to be princesses. Red Dusty. Because you're broke. Again, Red Dusty.
Guys, what the actual is Cape Verde? Was it Cape Verde? Where is that? Is it in South Africa? I've never been so confused in my life. People are hyping this place like, I don't know, what is that? Where is that?
You can hear this young South African lady wondering what is all the hype about concerning Cape Verde. And what you're seeing is something that mirrors what we've seen in American discourse. It is the promised land for South African men. Maturing is realizing your wife is in Cape Verde. Cape Verde women is the future and solution for South African men. What a happy day to be a Cape Verde woman. As a Cape Verde woman, I love South African men. We have seen this before. But don't take my word for it.
Hello guys, I just received a very important memo. It reads as follows. Dear South African women, please go to your Nigerian men. The South African men are very sorted with the Cape Verde women. They're very in love, they're happy, they're obsessed, and they seem that all of them want to move now to Cape Verde. Sorry, that's what the memo says. I just received it now.
Renter on. We are still on a move.
Hey, Nigerian men, hey, they are bowling. Hey, if you want some money, hey.
Cape Verde, God has answered our prayers as South African men. DM a Cape Verdean woman. Cape Verde.
Am I the only one whose For You page has just been filled with South African men, or even comment sections for like different videos has just been filled with South African men talking about these Cape Verdean women? Like, Niselenati Onomaliza.
South African gents, before you go after Cape Verdean women, just know that money must be there. Imali, you understand? Then you'll be Gucci, Don't fight me, I'm just a messenger. Don't fight me, I'm just a messenger. Fine girls like that, all different shapes and sizes, they need the money. They look well kept though.
Although I'm sure a good bit of the back and forth on the social media sites have to do with people hoping to go trending during the African Cup of Nations, there's also similarities that we've seen in the last couple of years that are starting to pop up, not just in Korea, but now in South Africa. And in these places where maybe regular guys that are not good enough for the women in their vicinity are looking around and saying, well, if I'm a quote unquote dusty here, why should I not get on an airplane and go somewhere where I can have more value? And we're starting to see a trend emerge, not just in Korea and not just in America, but again, you're seeing an emerging trend in South Africa. And we're going to keep seeing this probably in more and more countries as the local young ladies in the country say that I need you to have A, B, C, D, E, and F. And if you don't have that, I'm not going to look at you. And gentlemen in those countries are saying, how about I just outsource my wife to a place where I can find something that's more amenable to me? It's a growing trend. And what it shows is that human behavior adapts. If it's in the American continent, if it's in the Asian continent, or even now in the African continent, men are adjusting. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you next video. Take care, guys.